Hi guys, it's Lucy and welcome back to another video. Today I thought I would talk about my experience with A-levels. It hasn't been an easy ride, I'm not gonna lie, and firstly, A-levels, picking them was so difficult, because I went to a sixth form, the choices were limited because you have to have a certain amount of people in the class, so that made it difficult. From the start I found all my A-levels difficult. When it came to the end of the first year, I did AS in IT and I got a B, and then in biology and geography I did like mocks, and I can't remember the specific grades I got now, but they were not good, and most people in the year had pretty bad grades by that point because the first year is kind of you settling in. It kind of feels like you need another year because you have a settling year, then you should have 2 years to do your A-levels, and that isn't the case. There just isn't enough time to do your very best A-levels, I don't think. I do regret the A-levels I picked. IT, I got a B and an A star at GCSE, and which is why I picked it for A-level, and it kind of gave the impression to people that I wanted to do IT in the future because it was my better one. The amount of arguments I've had with my dad about picking paramedic science instead of IT, because IT, there's such a wide range of jobs that are higher waged and higher paid and whatever. AS and the first year of sixth form, it was difficult, but it wasn't mentally draining in a way. It's when it got to year 13 and the pressure was on that you could just see everyone getting affected by the pressure that the school was putting on us. Yeah, I find with a college, obviously they care about grades. I haven't been to a college, so I'm not 100% sure on this, but they care about grades, but they're not as they don't put as much pressure on you. I've heard from other people. Whereas my sixth form, it was very grade orientated. I found with A-levels, supportive teachers were what you needed. That's what helped me get through the 2 years, teachers not giving up on you. My geography teacher, he gave me extra lessons on a Monday every fortnight or something to help me with my exam technique, which helped a massive amount. Then biology, right from the start of year 12, we had revision sessions on a Friday, where we got to pick what we go through and doing past papers, doing skills work and stuff. That was a big help. And I find they tell you not to pick your A-levels based on the teachers, but I think that is kind of a big choice. If my biology teacher had been there from year 12, he joined halfway through year 12, if he'd been there from the start, I would have picked biology straight away because of him. I originally picked applied science because it was coursework based, but that course didn't run in the end, so they put me in biology. I'm not going to lie, A-levels have been really stressful. We were also made to do the extended project qualification. It got to a point where they were starting to get people's names whose work was being called for a marking by the exam board, and mine got picked. So my teacher was quite hard on me in the way she wanted it presented and stuff. So it got to a point where I was called into my head of sixth form's office, and I basically told him that my grades for my subjects I chose are not looking good right now, so EPQ was very low on the priority list, and he completely understood where I was coming from, so I was told just to do a bit more on the EPQ. I'd finished it to the standard that I wanted it to be. If I'd been getting good grades in all 3 of my A-levels, I would have put so much more effort into that EPQ, but because they weren't the best, I wanted to put time in it. We were having 2-3 hours a week on this EPQ off our timetables, which could have been spent on something like biology, and some people liked it. I personally didn't. My head of sixth form told me to do a certain amount of work on it and then just to give up on it because he knew how stressed I was. My head of sixth form, he was lovely. He also, through A-levels, I went for head girl. I've never been confident. I've been shy all the time, so I think teachers were quite shocked when I went for it. My friend persuaded me to go for it. Yeah, I did a few things for head girl. It wasn't a massive role, to be honest, within the school, so it didn't affect my A-levels that much. I think I did in the end, I think I did about 3 speeches, and that's all I did for a whole year. So I did head girl in year 12, so that was part of my A-level, I guess, in the sense that it took up a bit of time. So basically, A-levels were stressful. if I didn't have to do A-levels to get into university, I wouldn't have done them, and I presume a lot of people would say that. But basically that's a bit of an overview of my experience with A-levels. I had some really, really good times. My A-level teacher was amazing, my head of sixth form was amazing. What the problem was the pressure they put on you so late into year 13, and it just all of a sudden hit us. It hit me definitely, and it was a really stressful time. But I got through it. I'm finished A-levels. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!